pie charts. First thing, when you are given your data, we need to have our table which showcase the total of our data. So step 1. So we already have our data in a table, but we need to ensure that we have our total. So I'm just going to replicate this table. A, B, C, D. Alright. So A has 4 students, B has 12 students, C has 10, D has 2, which gives us a total of 12 plus 10 gives us 22, plus 2, 24, plus 4, 28. 28 students. Always remember to find the total. Now, step 2, we need to figure out how much each student is for the pie chart, or how much degrees each would take up. Because as we know, a pie chart has sectors, or if you want to look at the pie chart as a pie or as a pizza, it has slices. And we need to find out what 4, 12, 10, and 2 will look like on a pie chart. So to do that, we could think of the pie chart as a whole, and the sectors or the slices of that pie chart, we could think of those as fractions of that whole. So we could change each of these data, A, B, C, D, into fractions. And since we already have our total would be our denominator, and our numerator would be the number of students. So for A, out of a total of 28 students, we have 4 for A. So that will be 4 over 28. B, 12 over 28. 10 over 28. 2 over 28. Alright? So now, our next step is to change all of these to degrees. And to do that, we know that a full circle, a circle is measured to a total of 360 degrees. So we're going to multiply each fraction by 360 degrees to find our corresponding degrees for each A, B, C, and D. Alright? So let us proceed. So 4 over 28 multiplied by 360. That is our answer. So I'm just going to write these out. Sorry about that. Switch to eraser for some reason. And then 2 over 28. Let's some space here. Multiply by 360. Alright. Let's get to our calculators. So 4 divided by 28, because the fraction bar is another way of saying division, will give us 0.14, and we're going to multiply that by 360. gives us 51.42857, all of those decimal places. So for this purpose, we're going to round each of our answers to the nearest whole number. So for this 51.428, rounding to the nearest whole number, we look in the ones position, where the 1 is, right before the decimal point, and we know that the digit beside of it to the right of the decimal point, which is 4, is less than 5, so we will round down, and our rounded answer would be 51. Let's do the next one. 12 divided by 28 multiplied by 360 gives us 154. So this one also, because of the 2 which is beside of the 1's place is less than 5, we'll round down, so our answer is 154. Oh, and always remember the degrees, don't forget that. So let's continue. 10 divided by 360, sorry, wrong. 10 divided by 28 multiplied by 360 gives us 128.57. So now 8 is in our ones place, and then to the right of the 8 is 5, and as we know, 5 or more we round up. So our 128 will add 1 to the 8, which will then change it to 129 as our final answer, as our rounded answer. So the next one, 2 over 28, 2 divided by 28 multiplied by 360. So 5 is in our ones place, and beside of the 5 we have 7, which is 5 or more, so it's going to round up to 26 degrees. Alright, so let's just check that our rounded answers gives us a total of 360. Alright, beautiful. So the total is 360 degrees. So we can now proceed to continue with our pie chart. So to create our pie chart, we need to have our specific tools. These tools consist of a protractor and a ruler. A protractor and a ruler. Alright. So we are using GeoGebra to showcase our protractor and ruler. And to kick things off, first things first, we need to have a straight line so that we can start drawing these angles that we have found for each A, B, C, and D of our data. So it's a straight line, and we're going to use the end point here as our center. Alright, so getting our protractor. Let's get it a little bit bigger. So we're going to put protractor at the center of where we marked and ensure the 180 that is below is a straight line with the line that we have just drawn, and then we're going to measure 51 degrees, for that is our first angle to draw. So starting from 0, from the straight line, we're going to count up until we reach 51. So we have 50 right here, and then we're going to put 51 right there. So getting our ruler, we will now draw a straight line from the center towards that mark that we have created. Alright, so that's our first angle, 51 degrees. So next we need to draw 154. So the thing about this, we have to ensure that each time we are using our protractor, whichever line that we freshly drawn is going to be our new line that we're going to put the protractor on. So we're not going to use the line that we used before, we're going to use the line that we have just drawn. So that we can measure 154. Ensure the protractor is on the center. And then now we're going to find 154. So going around in an anti-clockwise position, we find 150 being here. So 154 is nearby. 154 would be right here. Alright, so we're going to draw a straight line. Let me get my eraser. We're going to get our ruler to draw a new straight line from the center towards the points that we just indicated is 154. Let's mark it. 1, 154 degrees. So now we're going to use that new line that we have just drawn to draw 129. So we're going to get our protractor once more. Ensure it is on the center. And we're we're to ensure to find 129. So 129 moving in an anti-clockwise position. We have 120 here. So 129 should be right behind 130, which is right here. So we're going to get to our ruler and draw a straight line from the center to that line, to that point that we have indicated is the stopping point for 129. So we have our angles. And we just connect that I just erased it. That's erased. Alright. So we have our angles perfectly drawn. So the remainder that was left should be 26, which will give us a total of 360 degrees going all around. So now we're going to replace those angles with the corresponding number of students. Let's erase the angles. So first one that we drew was 4. What is happening here? First one we drew was 4, second one was 12, third one was 10, and the last one is 2. Let's try to draw our circle. So for you students, you'd use your compass to ensure that you have a perfect circle. And then we're just going to erase the excess of the lines that are protruding from the circle. And there we have it, our perfect pie chart, which showcase the data that we have. So for example, or for practice, we could try this question. Get it out. So try this one as practice and see if you get a perfect pie chart as I have with the example that was shown.